The Elephant's Tusk Prayer. Pakupara Meyi, Enibara, Olabara, Ahebara, Kikate, Awo Adifafun, Arapo, Toshe Ile, Faya, Esu, Erin, Ke Omo, Oba, Arun, Ishinshin, Awo, Odara, Ifa, Kaferefun, Ṣàngó, offering, Ebo, goat, rooster, turtle, various ritual ingredients, and a large sum of money. Patakin, sacred story. Once, the daughter of an Oba, king, fell seriously ill, and the diviners of the land determined that to save her, she needed a spiritual offering using an elephant's tusk. Ṣàngó woke up very early and saw proclamations throughout the town stating that the Oba would reward whoever brought an elephant's tusk with 2 sacks filled with gold. Intrigued, Ṣàngó went to the palace and presented himself as the man who would retrieve the tusk. However, before committing, he demanded to see the gold. Once he confirmed its authenticity, he returned home, gathered a rope and a sack, and set off into the wilderness in search of the elephant's tusk. On his way, he passed by the outskirts of the town, where Batala, observing his haste, called out to him, "Where are you going in such a rush?" Ṣàngó explained his quest for the elephant's tusk and the great reward. Batala responded, "Don't you know that for years, no one has seen an elephant for miles?" But Ṣàngó, determined, replied, "I need that gold, and I will find a way to get it." Ṣàngó meets the mystical figures. Deep within the forest, Ṣàngó encountered a mysterious man, one-eyed, limping, and whistling. He asked him, "Do you know where I can find an elephant?" The man replied, "I know of one, but you must give me something in return." Ṣàngó agreed, and the crippled man, who was actually Ṣàngó, the Orisha of herbal medicine and secret knowledge, led him to another figure, a man with 2 hunchbacks, who was none other than Èṣù. Ṣàngó explained Ṣàngó's quest to Èṣù, and after some discussion, they all agreed to lead him to a hidden place. They took Ṣàngó through a dense area of towering reeds, and when they parted the thick vegetation, an enormous, magnificent elephant stood before them, its tusks grand and gleaming. "The price of the tusk." Overjoyed, Ṣàngó exclaimed, "I only need the tusks, nothing else." But Èṣù and Ṣàngó smirked, replying, "Everything has a price. If you want these tusks, you must offer a goat, a turtle, a rooster, and the necessary ritual ingredients." Understanding that nothing in life is truly free, Ṣàngó agreed to the terms and declared, "Wait for me, I will return." When Ṣàngó returned to town, he went to Batala and said, "I have the elephant." However, he did not mention the pact he had made with Ṣàngó and Èṣù. Knowing Ṣàngó's nature, Batala warned him, "Do not play with lies. Be wise in your actions, or it could cost you your life." But Ṣàngó ignored his warning and went directly to the palace. Confident, he told the king's soldiers, "Prepare yourselves. We are going to retrieve the elephant. I have it." In his obsession with gold and riches, he had completely forgotten about the agreement he made with Ṣàngó and Èṣù. The Oba, king, looked at him sternly and said, "Think carefully about what you are saying, for this is a land of serious agreements, strong traditions, and words that must be honored." The failed search and Ṣàngó's escape. When they arrived in the forest, Ṣàngó confidently commanded the soldiers, "Prepare the ropes." But no matter how much they searched, the elephant was nowhere to be found. Worse still, Ṣàngó and Èṣù were also missing. Realizing they had been deceived, the soldiers turned against Ṣàngó, preparing to arrest him for lying and wasting the king's time. However, among them, some soldiers hesitated because they noticed fresh elephant footprints, along with the footprints of 3 individuals who had recently been in that exact spot. In the midst of the confusion, Ṣàngó seized the moment, ran to the river, and escaped by diving into the water. The soldiers searched for him everywhere, but he had vanished without a trace, seeking help from Batala and Runmila. That night, Ṣàngó arrived at Batala's house. Batala shook his head and said, "My son, they are looking for you. If they find you, they will kill you." Ṣàngó, now desperate, pleaded, "Father, do not abandon me. Help me find a way out." Seeing his distress, Batala took him to Runmila, the Orisha of wisdom and divination. Runmila cast Ifa and revealed, "You have been deceived. There is a trap. you must offer sacrifices to Èṣù and Ṣàngó in order to succeed. With Obatala's help, Ṣàngó made the proper offerings, ensuring that his pact with Èṣù and Ṣàngó was fulfilled. Ṣàngó's victory and transformation. The next day, Ṣàngó returned to the forest, planning to hide. To his astonishment, as soon as he arrived, he found the elephant standing before him. Without hesitation, he grabbed the elephant by its trunk and led it back to town. When the people saw Ṣàngó arriving with the mighty beast, they were in awe and bowed in reverence, chanting, "Mo foribale," a Yoruba expression of deep respect. The Oba, realizing his mistake, begged for forgiveness, saying, "We should never have doubted your word." He then granted Ṣàngó anything he desired, in addition to the gold reward. Ṣàngó requested a horse and the hand of the princess in marriage. The Oba agreed, declaring, "A man who can bring an elephant alone is also capable of ruling a kingdom." From that moment on, Ṣàngó formed a strong alliance with Èṣù and Ṣàngó. Èṣù would protect the city. Ṣàngó would guard the forests and mountains, and so Ṣàngó was honored with the new title, Baba Ase Olueko Ase Ṣàngó, signifying his power, wisdom, and connection to the forces of nature and destiny.